To market, to buy a fat pig. Portions are small, prices are big. Home again, can't afford that. Never mind, butcher, I'll just eat the cat. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. Now there are millions of them. These 3 little pigs could pronounce their own names. Really? Yup. Their names were Oink, Oink Oink, and Oink Oink Oink. Their family was well known in the sporting world. Their grandfather was a football. One day, the 3 little pigs decided to leave home because they couldn't stand their father's manners. He was always making a hog of himself. Before they left home, their mother gave them some advice. She said, "Be good little pigs, stay away from butcher shops, and don't eat ham." So they decided to go their separate ways, and they each took a different road. The first little pig, that's Oink, he wanted to build a house out of straw. So he started hanging around soda fountains, collecting old straws when people finished sipping their sodas. These straws still had a little flavoring left in them, so he built himself a mighty sweet little house. One day, a wolf came along. He was slinking through the woods. Slink, slink, slink. He was a big slinker. Suddenly he came to the house of the little pig that was made of straw. The house, not the little pig. The wolf knocked on the door. Very hard to hear a knock on a straw door. The wolf called out, "Little pig, I'd like to have you for dinner." And the little pig replied, "You're very kind, but I've already had my dinner." And the wolf yelled back, "Let me in, let me in." And the pig said, "Not by the hair of your chinny chin chin." And the wolf thought, what a dopey pig, he thinks I'm a goat. So he said, "Little pig, let me in or I'll huff and puff and I'll huff and I'll puff till I blow your house down." But the little pig wouldn't let him in, so he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. He had a terrible breath. And the wolf ate up the first little pig. Oink. Now the second little pig, Oink Oink, he built himself a house out of cottage cheese and sour cream. It didn't look good, but he told everybody he lived in the White House. Again, the mean old wolf came along. Oh, he was meaner than that. The wolf said to the second little pig, "Let me in, or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll huff and I'll puff." And the second little pig said, "This is no time to test cigarettes." But the wolf had no sense of humor, so he blew the house down and ate up the pig. With the sour cream and the cottage cheese, blech, what a nauseating combination. But the wolf ate like a horse and got sick as a dog. A few days later, the wolf came to the home of the third little pig. That's Oink, Oink, Oink. But this little pig was smart. He had built his house out of bricks. Now we know the wolf is in trouble. So am I. I can't think of a finish for this story. Oh, how's this? The wolf went through the whole bit, chinny chin chin, huffing and puffing, puffing and huffing, till he got asthma. But he just couldn't blow down the brick house. Suddenly the wolf got an idea. He dressed up as Santa Claus. He got a big bag of presents and went up to the chimney on the little pig's roof. He called down the chimney, "Little pig, I am Santa Claus and I have brought you some presents. Ho, ho, ho." But the wise little pig thought to himself, "Ha, ha, ha, Santa Claus in the middle of July. That wolf is a nut." But he called back, "Santa, what kind of presents do you have?" And the wolf said, "I have a typewriter, a lotto game, a nice new 30-gauge shotgun, and a bag of apples." He was thinking to himself, applesauce goes good with pork. So the little pig said, "Okay, bring the presents down the chimney." The wolf came down the chimney and into the room, and he was drooling with anticipation of a fine meal as he handed the pig the presents. The bag of apples, the lotto game, the typewriter, and the 30-gauge shotgun. But the smart little pig grabbed the shotgun and shot the wolf dead, and that was the end of the wolf. Now, you remember, kiddies, if you ever see Santa Claus, check and see what month it is before you shoot him. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over the candlestick. Big deal. So the mother turkey said to the baby turkey, "You bad little turkey, if your father could see you now, he'd turn over in his gravy." I wake up in the morning from my slumber deep. It feels so good to be awake, I go right back to sleep. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, but the other mouse got away.